So this is Billie. She's an adult female platypus from Mullaney. She came to us last Friday because a member of the public found her circling in the stream. When she came into us, it was obvious that she had severe neurological signs, so she has some brain damage. There's a couple of possibilities for the primary cause. It could be a parasite that is transmitted by rats, or it could be that she's suffered head trauma. So in the streams they can fall over waterfalls and be dashed against rocks. The predators can attack them and damage their heads as well. She could have been dropped from the sky by a bird of prey. She can't tell us what's wrong, so we have to do a full investigation to try and work it out. I'll just show you some of her neurological signs. The first one is that she's way too calm in the presence of a human, so she's not frightened of me. You can see that she has nystagmus, where her eyes are moving backwards and forwards, which suggests that there's some cerebellar injury. She had a quite distinct abrasion on the top of her bill, which is already healing, and she had rather severe abrasions on the tops of her feet, which have almost healed in the week that she's been in care. You can also see that she's got a diminished righting reflex. Normally you put an animal on their back and they will spin over immediately because their cerebellum tells them that they are the wrong way up. And you can see she's very sluggish. If we put her in water, she swims in circles always to the right. And I think you can appreciate that her head is tilted to the right as well. So her whole body is tilted to the right and she's not using the right front leg properly. And you can see a general lack of normal concern about the proximity of people. So the procedure we're going to do today to investigate why she is behaving like this is we're going to give her a general anaesthetic, take a blood sample to see if her blood parameters have improved since her admission, and we're going to do a CSF tap because if she has worms in her brain, it's a very bad prognosis, so we need to know whether... I'm hoping that we'll find evidence of trauma rather than a parasitic disease because she has a higher probability of recovering if it's just head trauma. She comes. See how they self...
Ah, that's amazing.
Isn't that genius? So now we've got her comfortably restrained to be anaesthetised. So we're taking a sample of cerebrospinal fluid, which means popping a needle into the fluid space that goes around the brain and spinal cord. But I think it's worth the risk to get the diagnostic value. She has to be perfectly straight. Can you just bend her head up and down for me? Okay, I've got my spot, so can you line her up perfect again? Okay, here we go. Everybody be still. See that beautiful clear cerebrospinal fluid, a clear liquid dropping into the tube?
That was pretty sensational.
It looks really clear, doesn't it?
It does, it looks beautiful.
So if there's no eosinophils, which is a typical white cell response to parasites, that will make me very happy. See, she's awake, she's got her little eyes open. So we've looked at the cerebrospinal fluid tap, the fluid around her brain, and it looks completely normal. So there are no inflammatory cells and no evidence of parasites in that fluid. So that's fantastic news. It suggests that she's far more likely to have trauma than a disease of the brain. So she's far more likely to recover. And then we're just looking at her blood smear and the blood results that we've taken today. And everything is pointing towards trauma and a general improvement compared to her starting blood results. So, very encouraging.
More animals, more staff, and more stories.
Click on the links to see more videos just like this, and don't forget to subscribe.